I visited the tombs every night to investigate the process of physical decomposition. And then, one night, I finally understand it. It's so simple. Oh dear Lord, tonight I stand alongside you. I finally discovered the secret of life.
Yeah, this is serious. That sound coming from the morgue, it's not just in the head, I'm sure. In the middle of the night, a monster. It can't be. Who's there? Monster. A vampire. It's true. You have to believe me. Its face was covered in blood. It was definitely a monster.
Whether or not it was a monster you saw, these bodies have been ravaged. Relatively fresh bodies, mauled. They've all had some organs or appendages removed.
What on earth for?
I've simply no idea.
June 14th, 1789. It's easier to progress with the work when the body is larger. I've finally gathered the materials. The height will be about 8 feet. I have no choice but to use animal organs in place of those I was simply unable to obtain. Nor can I use a pre-existing brain. I shall have to create one ex nihilo. Now that I know the secret of life, such a feat is possible. But once I actually began the work, it was not as simple as I had expected. Damn it! Start over. Just a little more. A little further. And then, it was a rainy night in November. I've done it! I finally completed it. The ideal human being. Ideal? Ideal? Isn't it a little too large? No. No. A prototype is oft oversized. Prototype? Prototype? Not at all. This is the ultimate creation. Look. This physical beauty. Physical beauty. This twisted lump of flesh. Ah!
Victor.
You, Henry?
Victor, were you having a nightmare? This is your room.
What are you doing here?
I finally got permission to attend university. I arrived early yesterday morning. The rain had just lifted. I got quite the surprise upon arriving at your apartment. You were soaking wet, lying in the middle of the street. I quickly carried you to your room. You slept the whole day.
A whole day?
Yes. How ill you are. What is the cause of all this?
Victor, what's the matter?
Victor!
Henry, did you go into this room?
I did. The door was open. Should I not have?
So, Did you see anything?
It's in quite the state in there. What kind of experiments have you been doing exactly? Instruments are scattered all about, and animal blood's coating everything.
What? Well then, there was nothing in there?
Nothing in there? You mean test animals?
He must have run off then. Unable to endure the disgusting nature of the monster I created in this room that night, I ran outside, and then I apparently lost consciousness on the street out front. The monster must have wandered off somewhere during that time.
Victor, what's the matter? Did something bad happen? You're completely emaciated.
He's no longer here.
What is it that's so funny?
No, it's nothing.
Ah, Victor, are you all right? You have a terrible fever.
After that, I was confined to bed for more than 6 months. That monster has to be dead. It would be impossible for such a repulsive creature to live long.
Say, Elizabeth, what's that?
This? Well, you see, this is a pendant engraved with the image of your late mother.
Oh, let me have it, let me see.
Alright, but don't lose it, it's very precious.
It's mine.
Oh, come now.
Ah, don't go too far, William.
You stop right there. William! Honestly, where are you?
Mr. Frankenstein, a letter.
From father?
Who's the letter from? What's the matter, Victor?
William has been murdered!
Poor William, that such an adorable child should suffer such a brutal death. Who on earth could have killed him? Someone with the soul of a demon. But Victor, the sole consolation is that William sleeps in peace with his mother now.
Henry, the carriage is here. I'm going now. I've no idea when I'll be able to return to university. I ask that you take care of things here.
Ha!
Ah, William. I wish you to forgive me, because I lost sight of you.
Miss Elizabeth, you mustn't blame yourself so. Master Williams's passing is not your fault.
Justine, it's as though I've killed him myself. I've murdered my darling child.
Mr. Frankenstein, we've discovered the murderer.
What did you say? Have you arrested him? Who on earth is it?
We've come to arrest the perpetrator now. I'd ask that you kindly hand over your maid, Justine Moritz.
What?
What?
You say Justine is the murderer? I'd have you be serious. I suppose you have some proof?
This. The pendant your son wore at the time of the incident. We had a report from another servant that it came from the pocket of the very Justine Moritz who stands there. You. This was found in her apparel, yes?
Yes, I didn't know whether to discuss this with you, sir, before making the report. We were so scared.
Why, I know nothing of this. There's been some mistake.
That's right. Justine could never do such a terrible thing.
I agree. To begin with, that night she stayed with her aunt in the neighbouring village.
It's unfortunate, but I'll have you testify to that in court. Now, come.
Please, believe me, sir, I did nothing wrong.
Justine!
The familiar mountains of my homeland, that I would have to see them with such sadness in my heart. Soon, we'll be passing by the park, the place where my little brother was murdered. Driver! There's a park up ahead. Stop there for a moment.
Yes, sir.
I'll be back in a moment. Wait here. William died in this park. Damn it! Dare I think? I know who killed my baby brother. Who's there? him. He's alive!
Sir, Master Victor, Miss Elizabeth, how sweet the affection of others to such a wretch as I am. I will go now to be with my mistress and Master William. I do not fear death. I feel the sincerest gratitude towards those who think of me with kindness. I shall watch over your happiness from heaven. Justine!
Justine Moritz, it's time.
Justine!
Justine! Before I knew it, I was walking in the mountains. Ah! Devil! You speak?
Frankenstein. You created me. Take responsibility as my maker.
Responsibility? How brazen! My responsibility is to destroy you! Ugh!
It's no use. Listen to me. And then, if you can, and if you will, destroy the work of your hands. There's a hut upon the mountain ahead. You'll hear my tale there. Bear. Thanks to this body you made, I can kill even a brown bear. But because of its ugliness, I am loathed by people. I have suffered countless hardships. I hardly remember the night of my birth. I only recall that it was cold. I wrapped myself in your clothes in the room and staggered outside. This was the start of my agony. I wandered through the woods, wrapped in some found fabric. I picked fruit and caught small animals to eat, but I soon ate the area clean, and I was forced to move to another location.
Run!
There! Over there! The monster!
Oh, it really is a monster! Get it!
Every time I encountered people, I was treated horribly. I didn't understand why at first, but eventually I came to realize that they feared my form. I'll have my revenge on humanity that made me suffer. Cursed creator, you had mentioned Geneva, as the name of your native town in your journal. You had endowed me with perceptions and passions, then cast me out, an object for horror. But upon you only I had claim for redress. I determined to seek that justice. It was a difficult journey. I simply kept walking. And then, when I finally arrived in Switzerland, I happened to discover a man and his family in that park. As I looked upon their happy countenances, my rage grew. I waited for the boy to be alone, and then I strangled him to death. I slipped the pendant into that woman's pocket, thinking that if luck were on my side, I might be able to pin the crime on her. Coincidentally, the woman sleeping in that shed was your household maid. I am alone and miserable. I became a murderer. Humanity is nothing but my enemy. But you alone should be able to save me. No, you have an obligation to save me.
What would you have me do?
I want you to make another. One as deformed and horrible as myself would not deny herself to me.
What? I dare you to say that again.
I'm telling you to make a woman the same way you made me. I am alone. I want someone to ease this loneliness. God made Adam and Eve. You have a duty to make another. My companion must be of the same species and have the same defects. This being you must create.
I refuse, and no torture shall ever extort a consent from me. You may render me the most miserable of men, but you shall never make me base in my own eyes. The thing I produced was nothing more than an ugly lump of flesh.
Creator, I may very well be an ugly lump of flesh, but do not forget that I am a lump of flesh with intelligence. Abandon me, and I will work at your destruction. I will cause fear. I shall desolate your heart. You will curse the hour of your birth. But that is up to you. If you grant me my wish, I will take the woman to the vast wilds of South America. I will promise never again to show myself before humanity. So, does it not befit us both?
You're telling me to trust the one who murdered my brother and drove Justine to her death? That life in the wilderness won't last. You desire the sympathy of man and will return for it. If I make another one like you, I shall never be able to undo it. What do you propose to do about this unease of mine?
I swear to you, and by you that made me, that with the companion you bestow my evil passions will have fled. My life will flow away, and in my dying moments I shall never curse my maker. If I have no affections, hatred must be my portion. The love of another will destroy the cause of my crimes. I want you to save me somehow, and you are the only one who can do it. Creator, I'll have your reply.
I started to sympathize with the creature. I consent to your demand, But will you quit Europe and anywhere known to man forever?
I will. I swear by the sun and by the blue sky of heaven. Depart home and commence your labors. When she is ready, I will appear.
Oh, what a terrible dream. I must hurry and finish this.
Victor.
Huh? Henry, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry. I decided not to go on to England. I followed you. You seemed odd, and I was worried. But I lost you along the way, so I've been searching for you. Victor, explain this to me. What on earth are you doing?
Henry, I suppose I must. Now that it's come to this, I've no choice but to tell you the truth. Listen to me. I am making an artificial human. One deformed and twisted. I confessed everything to Henry, right from the point when I discovered the secret of life in Germany. And that is why, you may or may not believe me, but that is the truth. Because of my foolish ambition, I have been driven into an irreparable situation.
This sudden tale is hard to believe, but as far as I can tell from this situation, it's the truth, isn't it?
Now that you've found out, I can't possibly continue any further with the work. The sin I've committed is a blasphemy against God. Please, set me before a judge.
Now just wait, Victor. You must consider this calmly. You know what that monster will do if you do not fulfill your promise, yes? As your friend, I can't exactly ignore that danger. I believe the only thing you can do now is finish this woman.
What did you say, Henry?
Listen, Victor. You have to complete it. I shall help so that you can finish it as soon as possible.
Have you lost your mind, Henry? Do you understand what you're saying?
I do, Victor. Now think about what you must do.
But, Henry! It was entirely unexpected. But Henry joined me in my repulsive work.
So, Victor, anything?
No, nothing. This one's too old.
It's more difficult than I expected to find materials up to standard in this unknown land. Let's look in another cemetery.
We needed a woman's head. Fresh. But no matter how we searched, we could not obtain one. If we don't find it, the body will rot. At any rate, we must take preservative measures. And then, it happened one night. Ah!
What do you suppose that was, Victor?
The horses are restless. Someone might have come. This is bad.
I'll go take a look. Ah! Victor!
What is it, Henry? Why are you here? I haven't yet completed the task.
You seem to be having trouble gathering materials. I thought that might happen, so I took the liberty. I dug this up in a Swiss cemetery. I'll set it here. Hurry and proceed with the work. I'm looking forward to the day you finish my woman.
Victor, that is the artificial human you made, then?
He's been watching over us from somewhere.
But be that as it may, we have all the materials now. Let's get to work, Victor.
Aha!
What's the matter, Victor?
What kind of... Henry, look! This is Justine's head! The die was cast. It's complete. Help me prepare the rejuvenation apparatus.
Oh, yes.
Justine will finally come back to life. May the Lord in heaven watch over her.
Victor, I'm sorry for coming out with this now of all times, but...
What? What is it, Henry?
I'm a little anxious. Will she be happy to be restored to life?
What's the matter, Henry? Don't go doubting us now. I'll definitely make her happy.
Yes, right. Of course.
Justine, Justine, are you awake? Listen to me. Your name is Justine Moritz. You're the Frankenstein's maid. No, family member. You are the kind and gentle Justine. See? Take a look. This is your face. Now, sit up and I'll remove your bandages for you. Ah! Come now. You can do it. Good. That's it. Are you able to stay up like this? Can you stand by yourself? Justine, I'm sure it was hard for you, but you've returned to life now. Giving you new life was my duty and my reward. This moment is the first step. Now, let's get those bandages off. Justine, you're going to start a new life now. A kind, gentle life. The stitching's quite ugly right now, but at some point I intend to operate again, so that it's less noticeable. Ah!
Victor, are you alright? Victor, forgive me. It appears I was wrong.
No, Henry. We mustn't give up yet.
My wife. It is my wedding night. Now we shall live together in harmony. Frankenstein, I told you to make a companion with whom I could share joy. What is this supposed to be? Did you think to create her to be my doom, perhaps? Did you intend, after my countless hardships, to murder me by her hand? I won't be done in so easily. Understand, Frankenstein? Now it's my turn for revenge. Prepare yourself. You shall understand once you've lost everything you love. I go to your homeland now. By the time you return, it will be all over. You shall regret this. Farewell, Creator.
What did he mean? It will all be over.
He intends to take the lives of Father and Elizabeth. Damn it. That demon. I shan't allow it.
Victor, you can't. Not injured like this. And so, your father and fiancé at home, were they safe?
Dead. Murdered. I was one step behind him. When I arrived home, I found their bodies. My father in the study, and Elizabeth was on her bed, clad in her bridal finery, set aside for our wedding to come. Elizabeth! Ah! And then the chase began. It was the start of a long, difficult journey. That devil fled, all while deliberately leaving signs so that I could follow. I could almost hear him sneering at me. The spirits of the dead hovered round and instigated me to toil and revenge. I prepared for my journey. I've endured misery, which nothing but the hunger of a just retribution could ever enable me to stand. Once, after the poor animals that conveyed me had with incredible toil gained the summit of a sloping ice mountain, one, sinking under his fatigue, died. Immediately after that, I encountered you, Captain Walton, and your ship.
Mr. Frankenstein, you seem quite exhausted. Bosun, it was a shocking tale. In terms of common sense, it's a hard one to believe, but we ourselves did witness the giant on the sledge.
Bosun!
Bad news! The ship's surrounded by ice again. We can't move. Again. Captain Walton, are you saying we must keep heading north even in this situation? It will only get more dangerous the further we go. Yes, that's right. Captain, what are we to do? Lay it out plain and clear.
Bosun, what do you think?
As captain, you must prevent any further sacrifice of my men.
And so, Mr. Frankenstein, I have now been pressed into a choice. 2 of the crew have already died from cold and exhaustion. We are forced to turn back. Endeavouring on risks mutiny.
I see. Turning back is one way, but I must go forward. Here, I have one request. Could you let me have a boat? I will go after him in that.
You can't! I understand how you feel, but please return with us. You must live a new life. It's hard to admit defeat, I know, but I must do the same. Shall we not move forward in life together as friends?
All of my friends are dead. Their shadows whisper in my heart. The only path left to me is to destroy that demon.
Now then, Captain, we'll have your answer as to how we proceed.
Listen to me, men. I put your lives above all else. I've decided to pull out. Bosun, turn this ship due south immediately.
Captain Walton, you made the right decision. As ship's boatswain, I thank you. And what did he say? He couldn't possibly have said he would continue north alone.
He died moments ago.
What was that? A polar bear? No, that's a human cry.
Whence does it come?
Ah, look!
It's that giant! He's wailing.
My maker has died. I know it. I feel it. My maker has left me and died. Now, there is no